What's up, everybody? Welcome to Otaku Summit. I'm Chaos. These are the boys on the bottom of my screen, which y'all also see is Steve. We got who's this new guy?
Hey,
I don't know
no
who
new
that is,
intern.
bro.
Who's this guy? Fresh
On
cut?
this intern, you know, yeah. A couple of life events happened.
Oh, hey, yo, we're gonna call you Fresh J. Fresh J's, bro.
Lord.
I don't know. I'm still working on a nickname. But what's up?
Jojo
What
got
up,
that
Jojo?
fresh cut, bro.
Yeah, you know, it honestly it changes your whole look. I don't remember like your last haircut.
Yeah, COVID's been a pain in the ass. Plus, I needed to get my car fixed, and I happened to have gotten that done, so I was able to finally go out to the shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Well, y'all can't see, but I have my hair in like a man bun right now. So yeah, so that's
Yeah.
how that's how it's going for me, Jojo. Um,
Hey, I was there, bro.
honestly, Steve, you look the same.
This is what it is. I need a retwist. Then it's gonna look mad long.
How long have you had your hair like that?
I don't know.
Forever. He was born.
I just got it one day and just kept letting it grow, bro.
Interesting. I don't know if that
Like,
that. I feel uncomfortable now. Cause I remember asking I think it was Black about his twist. And he said something to me along the sides like, you can't be asking that. I was like, why? I was like, it's cause I'm Mexican, huh? And I just remember that conversation. I was like, wow. But anyways, where's my notes? I don't have my notes up. Before we even get to the news part, how y'all been? I know we last time we recorded was actually 2 weeks ago or something like that for the Attack on Titan manga
yeah.
review. So we did a little special there with Ethos and Dan. Once again appreciate them for joining, just sitting and talking with us. I know people who didn't listen to that episode because of spoilers and stuff like that. Welcome back. If you came back, and if you're not back, then well, you missed out, bro. But yeah, for those of you who watch that special or listened, we appreciate it. And yeah, from here on out, we are not gonna be speaking about no Attack on Titan manga spoilers, but needless to say, we are excited for the anime to be dropping at the end of the year. We also got a couple things. That's what we get into. I don't know if we can even talk about this, Steve. I don't know if I want to bring it up. Speaking of spoilers, and just by saying that, I think you should know what I'm talking about. But we're not gonna talk about it. It has nothing to do with anime, by the way. But if that gives you so
I don't know what show you're talking about though, because
not
we're
not a
watching
show,
several other shows.
not a show, a movie that's supposed to be coming out at the end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah. So something got spoiled by an actor. I won't even say the
Oh,
name of the
man.
movie, but it was just funny.
Oh,
That's all.
man.
That's all I can say. Cause I don't. It's
I
like
was
one of
come
those.
on, bro. At least let the trailer drop. At least let the trailer drop.
Yeah, I think people will understand just from this context. We get it with
Oh
context.
man.
Oh, I mean, we're pretty much into it. What's that movie? Wow, I feel
Oh,
bad.
Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi,
That
and
trailer dropped.
the Ten Rings.
Yeah, the 10. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nothing about the character.
I don't either.
Um, but it's Marvel, and
At this time, they're doing kung fu, bro. So we gotta watch.
I'm not gonna lie. As I was watching the trailer, it's been a minute since you could tell they're going for like the authenticity of, the old kung fu movies, and it's like it put a smile on my face. I was like, damn, it's been a minute since you're I seen something like this. I think the closest thing of recent maybe is like something like Ip Man, those
Yeah.
movies, like which I don't know from just from the trailer that we did see for the Marvel stuff. It's gonna definitely have some fire ass hand to hand choreography. So there's that. But how y'all been, bro? What y'all been reading or watching or been doing?
Well, I've been watching the Invincible.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
great show.
It
I
is.
also read a little bit of the comics, so when the trailer dropped, I was like, "Oh wow, I'm actually ahead of the curve for like the second time in my life."
Finally.
but yeah, Invincible's been good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk
Other
about
than
that.
outside of anime, that might have been it. I feel like I've watched a lot of anime though.
A lot of
Well,
anime as of recent.
yeah, because I watched the new stuff like what is it called? To
Yeah.
Eternity, Your Eternity, or To Your Eternity, I think. I watched that. I watched the shows we're gonna review. Uh, that show 86. It's all right. And I also been catching up on stuff that was out last season. So
Oh, you watch
yeah, but I mean,
86?
yeah,
How was
the
it?
first episode was all right.
Is it like sci-fi, or what would you
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of. I don't even. It's not really a mecha anime since they're not like humanoid robots, but it's kind of mecha-ish.
Oh. Mm. I don't know.
But they,
I don't know how I feel.
yeah, yeah. This
But the
this
thing is,
it's definitely politics and war and robots though.
oh,
So,
that's what I could talk about. So yeah, so we talked about the review of Attack on Titan, right? And then I go on Twitter, and then Ito said something along along the lines of like, for all those mecha haters that watch Attack on Titan, y'all are stupid and fools now. And then and then I put, I'm stupid and fools. Because I was like, then he was like, yeah, now go watch all these other mech animes. And I was just sitting there like,
nope.
listen, man, I was tricked. I was fucking tricked,
Oh,
bro.
lied to and coerced.
I
Okay,
did not
not
go
Right.
into this
You
thinking it was a
definitely
mech.
got tricked.
Hey, I was
It
like, hey,
definitely was a survival show the first season.
right. Like towards the end, I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, this
Y'all
is like
tricked
how
me.
like a lot of mech shows are. They're like survival at first, and then they get in a mech. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah, which is a good segue for what I've been watching and got into. We'll try to get back into. I finished The Boys, the second season. Good. That was really good. Really good shit.
Mhm.
Once again, every time I watch The Boys, and I'm like, damn, I want to read it now. So there's that. What else did I watch? I caught up on Snowfall. That's also a really good show on FX. There was something. Oh yeah, here we go. So after the Attack on Titan stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Max another shot. Okay. So first of all, I finished Evangelion, which because remember I only needed like 2 more episodes to finish. The last 2 episodes were so mind fucked. Imagine I left like Evangelion like what, like maybe a year ago or a couple months ago, and that's where I stopped. So I just jumped back in. I was fuzzy about what I had happened beforehand, and I just jumped into like the mind fuck, right? So I was like, wait, what the fuck's
Congratulations.
going on? And I hated it, but I understood it. But I hated it, but I understood it. But goddamn, it was just like. So
Congratulations, you made it.
now I understand. I understand the. Then you put that stupid gif when I told you. Then I was like, fuck you. Oh my god.
Congratulations, bro.
And
You
now I
did it.
guess I gotta watch the movies because I'm not satisfied with.
To try and make respect of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Um. After that, I watched was it going?
I'm just laughing because like I remember the first time I watched the end of Evangelion, the movie,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, yo, what the that all of this happened in the
We
last
don't know
two
what's
episodes?
real and what's not real. I need to know.
And that's why I'm like,
I was
I
like,
already
bro,
know, like obviously spoilers and stuff, but I kind of already know that the movie's gonna fill in the gaps and stuff like that. So I don't
yeah,
know if I like that. I don't know if I like. Oh, it's whatever. But after
yeah,
that, I jumped back into Code Geass, and I don't know, man. I think now I'm not hating it from like where that I hate mechs now. Now it's like I can't get into it because uh I read Attack on Titan, right? And then after, people are telling me if you like Attack on Titan, how it like it ended and stuff like that, go and like watch that or watch the other shows that are similar to like the main protagonist or something like that. I'm just like, eh. But I could kind of see like why people like it and stuff like that. The politics is definitely a mech anime for sure. After like looking at
Yeah.
looking from the outside in, inside out from other shows and shit. So yeah, I definitely see that. Um, yeah, that's all I've been like really watching and shit like that. I do want to get into new manga, which um we're also gonna be later on. This is kind of the reason why I told Jojo. I was like, you know what, I need some new manga too. So if you guys throw out some recommendations on some gems, we'll be talking about some anime gems or manga gems that y'all can get into and stuff like that. So yeah, Jojo, what have you been up to before we move on?
Uh, just life shit basically. Got got 4.5G at the moment here. aka got my first shot of the COVID. Gonna get my second one next month, so that's gonna be cool.
Oh yeah,
Got my car fixed, so I can start driving around and getting the fuck out of the house, cause kind of losing my mind. So it'll be cool to kind of go back to semi,
semi normal.
not really, but semi pre-COVID days. Other than that, I've been watching a bit of Nomad, and I restarted Hunter x Hunter for no reason at all. I don't know why. I just started rewatching it. So
Oh, watching it.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think it's done, isn't it, in the manga?
no.
I knew that. I just wanted to see.
It's never gonna.
I don't know why you had that question. I had that dumbass question.
You know the crazy thing, bro? I told somebody One Piece has a better chance at ending before
It really
X
does,
Hunter.
bro. It really does.
It does.
Don't do that.
You know what's funny? It has nothing to do with
That
these
shit
two
crazy.
animes, but Courtney, I think he put up a trailer or something for like the movie of what was it called? What's that stupid ass Black Clover? And I just tell him, I just told him, hey yo, Fairy Tail looks dope. And then he's on this ain't Fairy Tail. So I was, and then
Bruh.
You sure?
yeah.
Bruh.
Oh,
And then
man,
when it
that's
and then when it finally ended, I remember I was like, you could just finish the manga. Fairy Tail's been done. I was just laughing. I like talking shit.
Oh man,
It can never be true, but
that's
just
funny.
saying that, it's just super funny.
That is funny. Bro.
Here.
I'm evil, bro.
Oh yeah, JoJo's a Black Clover stan.
Oh, not really, but
That Eden Zero, I'm definitely gonna check out soon.
I forgot that shit came out. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit dropped, and I remember Black talking about it on the timeline. So I was like, yeah, I should
Oh
check
yeah,
it out.
just for laughs.
Yeah, for shits and giggles. All right, let's get into the anime news, man. Let's get into it. All right, let's just jump into the biggest news. Probably, this fan base is pretty damn big. For JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I don't know. Actually, I wish. Is this part 7? That
This is
Stone
part 6.
part 6. Yeah. So
Mhm.
sorry, I'm JoJo fans. I'm sorry. I just don't know. Okay. JoJo Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Announcement trailer dropped. Nothing too crazy of what's they're showing on the trailer. It's just like the announcement that it is coming. Part 6 is coming. For those of you, I know Steve has at least watched the previous parts and stuff like that. I just want to say I have never watched JoJo's, and I just don't. I never had that feeling watching it. I don't know. I think it's just like the style or something like that. I just can't get into. But one of these days, I'm actually gonna sit down and actually watch at least the one season of it. Because I've always heard from people who have watched it, it is good. Um, but I just don't know. I just have not tried it. But I want to ask the person who have actually watched JoJo's before. And no, that isn't JoJo. I believe it's
That's
actually
right.
Steve.
That's
It's
right.
actually Steve who has watched it. What do you think, Steve?
Uh, I'm excited and not excited for part 6 because my friends spoiled it for me.
I just had a feeling this man getting spoiled
There it
again.
is.
Because my friends are the only reason I ever watched JoJo because they always hyped it up and blah blah blah. Like they were hyping it up like way back. It's like when I first watched Code Geass, I was like, yo, Code Geass a banger, but they was like, nah, JoJo. I was like, what?
What?
This shit look dumb as hell. Look at this guy.
It is. I will say there are some funny ass moments that I hear about in JoJo, so that's what makes me want to watch it. Like the
Oh
shit
yeah,
you be telling me.
the show is funny as hell. The show is funny as hell, but I'm still excited about it though, because it's still a good show, and it's I heard this part is good, but some bullshit happens.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of what I just overheard, just like on Twitter and shit like that. Like they're finally adding a female, stand or something, or whatever.
Uh, the
Obviously there's a female in the
the
trailer.
the female is, or the JoJo is a female. So like JoJo is basically based on like the family tree of just a strong ass nigga, bro. Like the first dude's name is Jonathan Joestar.
Oh,
Like
Joestar, yeah,
the
yeah,
very first season,
yeah.
and then like the second season is about his grandson, and then it keeps on going. And so part
Oh,
6 is about like the
interesting.
part three JoJo's daughter. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
That makes me kind of more interested. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was
yeah, no,
just.
it's cool.
I thought it was just about that one
Like it's a
singular
different
dude.
story every season. Like it's not a different main character every season.
Oh, okay. Then how come? All right, just listen. Hey yo,
But like the other main characters pop back up.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's like a ever expanding world pretty
So
much,
no,
and
no. I
it's
wanna,
cool to
I
watch.
wanna give some fucking tips to some JoJo fans right now. Just say what Steve said about the main character switching every season. Hey yo, that needs to be brought up a little bit more, cause no one has ever said that from like people that I've like looked into about watching the show. No one ever mentions that. They just talk about like the moments and stuff, which moments are cool. They're funny as shit. I never knew about that. So that makes it more sense why it's called like parts and stuff like that instead of like an
Yeah.
ongoing thing. Because I know anime doesn't just like go and do like part 1, part 2 type shit. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Oh, I want to get into reading Vinland Saga. That was another thing because I know they kind of diverted or changed it a little bit towards the end of the anime season. So I don't know where I would want to start, but yeah, I think that's my next like read, and yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna I'm actually trying watching JoJo this week before the next episode we air. But what do you think, JoJo, about this shit? You
JoJo's cool.
yeah,
Jojo hates Jojo because they
JoJo,
share the same name.
yeah.
I don't hate. No, not that. Not that I hate
People
JoJo.
been making jokes all his life.
It's more so like the first fucking question I get asked is,
Oh, you
"So, are
watch
you
it?
a big JoJo fan?" I'm just like,
No.
"Yo, no, no.
It,
I don't even want to watch it no more. Nope. Just so I can say no."
I ain't gonna lie,
More
JoJo.
petty ass reason too.
For
That's
those
funny.
for those who don't know, my name's Isaiah, and there's a character now, Isaiah Bradley, in Winter Soldier, and I was like, damn, that's me. I felt like Flight.
Nah, bro.
Flight reacts. Hey, that's me.
Wait a minute, that's my name.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers, Stephen Strange, bro. Marvel loves Steves. I don't know why.
Steve Rogers. Yeah.
Stephen Strange. I feel like it's another one in there.
Yeah, I feel like there's another Steve somewhere.
But
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out now. So that is that piece of news. For this next piece of news, Netflix. We have always trashed Netflix, man. We have always said, yo, these Netflix originals that they come out with have always been CGI out the ass and just trash. Netflix anime, they drop is hit or miss. Most of the time they're miss. Most of the time. But every once in a while they do get like their like little fan base to watch their shit, which is it's cool. It's cool. But this next news that I put on here, I actually watched and enjoyed. Netflix Castlevania. They announced that they're gonna be having a fourth season, and it's gonna be their final season. For Castlevania. I have watched the first and second season, and I have not started the third season. But God, what?
Hey, fuck everything else. Watch the first season.
What?
Fuck everything else.
The
Watch the first season.
You said the first or the third? I watched the
third.
first.
First season.
Oh, the
Watch
third.
the first season. Do it now.
What are you talking about, bro? I
You gotta
watched
watch it.
I did watch it.
You said you watched the
I
first.
thought you said you didn't watch the third season.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all, fuck you.
he's saying the third season. I thought he said the
Yeah.
first. I thought I was like,
Oh no.
okay. Yeah. I
You
need
gotta
to.
watch it all, bro. You gotta watch it all.
You know how I do, Jojo. I start something, stop for a
It
year.
ain't. It ain't right.
It's right. It's right to me. All right. Till I come back and see, oh my God, there's a new season coming out. I don't need a season to watch. That's when I jump on it. So this right here, it makes me say, oh damn, I need to watch the third season.
Oh, wait, this arrives on my birthday actually. Shit, let's.
Yeah, they also announced the release date for it, which is on JoJo's birthday. Obviously they did that on purpose.
That's what I like to see right there. I like that.
Yeah, they dropped it like a little trailer, just a little tease. Nothing showing anything crazy. But May 13th is when it is gonna be dropping this year. And like yeah, like what JoJo was saying, he loves the anime, and I also do love it. It was like one of the first like Netflix stuff that came out. I was like, damn, this animation's like really good. The story's good. The characters are good. The dubbed is actually good too. Netflix dubbed has always been pretty good because the voice actors they get are actually have done stuff before that doesn't sound like shit. Steve, I guess have you watched Castlevania?
No.
No, you're the only one. What are your thoughts about this news? Only having 4 seasons. You gonna check it out soon, or are you just gonna say no? Fuck that shit.
No, I'll definitely watch it. It
When?
was just I don't know.
When?
Whenever I feel like I might watch it tonight. Who knows, bro? I ain't got nothing on the schedule.
You know what's crazy though? I remember playing the video game, and they borrow a lot of like the lore and like the Easter eggs and stuff like that they use in the game, like mechanics, and they try to implement it. But I don't remember a lot of the video game. I remember it being hard for me as a kid. I just remember playing like the fucking chain dude that's in Smash.
Simon and Rick.
Yeah, I remember
Whichever
like
one.
I remember like that
Simon,
I remember like that character and shit and like and stuff like that. But as like the show was going on, I'm like, damn, it makes me want to play the game or like watch somebody play the game on YouTube because like they're adding like just from what I could tell, they're adding a lot of stuff of like story and characters and stuff like that that I don't remember. And something happens.
Yeah, that game is mad old.
Yeah, it's really old. So like they do something in like the end of season 1 where I'm like, what the fuck? Like it's almost Game of Thrones-ish where I was like, now what's gonna happen? But yeah, like it's really good. I suggest anybody who needs a good watch. It obviously it's Castlevania, so it has to do with vampires and shit like that. But the story is actually good. It's not just like a generic story. I would say, if JoJo, you could would you agree? It's not the story.
Yes.
The story is good.
Yeah, story's good. Castlevania is about Dracula. That's not really much of a
Yeah.
spoiler, but and like vampires and all that sort of stuff. But a lot of that usually like geared toward just killing, and there isn't really a lot of like depth to it, like Castlevania has shown. There's like a bit of politics, a bit of
Oh yeah.
death themes, all that sort of stuff in there. So
Oh yeah. You should remind me why I liked it. Jumping onto season 1. There's some things that like they really do tackle themes, and it wasn't like meant to be like generic and stuff like that. It was like it was showing Dracula wasn't just a fucking vampire, just for the sake of it and stuff like that. It gave him a little bit of depth, and it was good, man. If like I said, if you guys want to watch a bloody, mature, good time, I think the episode's like an hour, and there's only like maybe 6 episodes a season. It's real something like short. It's nothing too crazy.
yeah,
that I
it depends on
remember.
the season. Like
It's like 7.
season one was short, but they were like hour-long episodes, and then season two kind of
It was a bit more, right?
half, and then season three is like usual, like 30 minutes per episode or whatever.
Okay.
So it all depends.
Yeah, I suggest anybody to go check that out. So yeah, the final season's coming May 13th. 13th. So we go check that shit out. I'm definitely gonna start that again. Let's move on to the most exciting news of today. 7 Deadly Sins. The movie will be coming out soon. Trailer. It's gonna be called Cursed by Light. I believe this is Steve's favorite anime.
I've never watched.
Wow, Steve.
Actually, I have watched like the first episode, and he was filling up a girl while he was sleeping. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna continue.
A lot of people do like this
I
anime.
don't know.
Man.
I can't get with it, bro. I just it's not even that. The story and everything else I'm not interested in.
Like maybe I would have kept going if like it wasn't the anime Twitter bonanza when like the animation just went to
Oh
shit.
my god. I kind of want to
Maybe
see all that bullshit.
maybe I would have continued, but after that I was like, nah, bro, it's not even worth it.
Nah.
It's not even worth getting to the thing if it's just gonna fall off that hard.
I kind of like seeing that.
If you really want to get into it, like maybe read the manga, but like it ain't. In my opinion, it's not really all that. It's a typical shonen type of thing. It ain't crazy.
Listen, man. The trailer didn't have any of those animation issues.
Hope so. It's a movie.
Right.
It's like how much money?
Bro, I can't believe my brother said, "Yo, 7 Deadly Sins, that's my shit." And I told him, "Bro, what you doing, man?
Sad.
I failed you." But I get why he
That's
watches
tough.
it, bro. He's a young kid.
He a little horny nigga.
he ain't even had to tell me. I said, you know what, bro? You got it. Not even,
You got
it, bro.
That's funny.
Hey, come back to me when you need that good content.
Boy.
Yeah. If you guys watch the trailer, what'd you think, Jojo? Good, solid movie. It's gonna break.
Sure.
Is it gonna break the Demon Slayer movie?
Hell no.
Is it gonna come close?
Probably not. Just because like Demon Slayer had like so much hype and so much.
This man
like,
said probably not. Demon Slayer broke fucking Spirited Away. It's not.
It be
It's not.
Spirited Away. I'm just like no.
It's not
dude.
coming nowhere near.
There's no chance.
But I just
like-
want to put this on the, on here. Just there might be some 7 Deadly Sins fans that are listening.
Right.
This,
Yeah,
this,
there probably are.
most
People
likely.
like the show until it, you know what happened.
What is this name of this next thing? I put it on here.
But biscuit.
Sabikui Bisco, Sabikui Bisco. That's that's the name that I'm giving it. Yeah, biscuit. This trailer was weird, bro.
It looked good, but it looked weird.
It's so
Colorful.
it is very interesting. It's made from anime studio of Oz. Let's see. There was nothing really that we can explain of what the hell's going on, but I'll because they're just like it's a full on teaser trailer, so all it is telling us that it's gonna be coming to, bro. I don't know how to. There's a fucking plane with like tentacles, but like, oh my god, how do I explain what's going on? There was a girl and a guy kissing, and the fucking slug came out of her mouth.
You ain't had to bring that up. But,
That's a nah, bro. That I can't not bring it up. But the thing is, I'm making it sound weird, but I like the art and I like the style that it has, and I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. I'm already gonna check it out from this trailer. I don't know about y'all, but it doesn't look half bad. It looks like it could be very weird. That's the only thing. That's the
Jojo,
only
you know what
thing.
this reminds me of?
What's up?
Wait, have you seen that show? Damn, what was it called? It was in the Anime Awards. It was about the three girls making the anime.
Three girls making an anime?
So
Protect Izukin, or I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, that shit. Oh, the art style. Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
No, I'm not even saying the art style. Have you seen the show?
I haven't. Unfortunately,
you seen it?
Never mind.
I haven't seen it.
I saw a decent amount of it.
Why? What did it turn weird or something?
No.
Oh.
It's like the girl, like the main girl, has like a crazy ass imagination, and it seems like one of the things she would come up
A
with.
fever. It honestly, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
fever dream because there's like fucking
Yeah,
rhinos with machine guns on
because
them.
it was like a giant crab. Like their first
Giant crab.
their first like anime video they made for like a competition was they made a fucking giant crab fight a mech or some shit. I was like, bro, this shit looks fucking wild.
It is.
Yeah, but I don't know what to expect from this show, bro.
Me
I
either.
just see shit blowing up. And
I'm not expecting a good.
features.
I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting a good story. All right. I'm just expecting a good time. Just a good time, okay? There's something like this. Where
Maybe the story is good with the animation quality.
the animation quality is really good. That's one thing I'll definitely give them, and style and all that. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. And by the way, I'll have it in the description and stuff like that. And on the YouTube video, I'll try to put like trailer or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna experiment on how the fuck to show y'all what the hell we're watching. But yeah, it's like one of those trailers that I'm interested, but I'm ready for the bullshit. You know. Because obviously we already seen that one scene. I'm just like, oh, at least you know what? At least they gave us the bullshit and didn't hide it. They were like, hey man, this is what it is. To be prepared. You know, in Promise Neverland, they didn't in the trailers and stuff like that. They didn't say, hey, yo, we're about to skip a whole bunch of shit. So when you go and watch, you're like, hey, what the fuck? Oh man,
Tragic.
Poor Promise Neverland, bro. That's one of those things that I've been wanting to read, but yeah, just after all that bullshit, I was like, fuck y'all. So yeah, so that has been the anime news. Before we move on to the Otaku Gems, I just want to give this anime just a little bit of shine. I think we will talk about it next week, maybe. Depends on these guys and how much is gonna be on our plate. But me and Steve have watched it. I've seen this mentioned, the manga mentioned before. To Your Eternity. It is it's a sad anime. But the funny thing is, the week before this came out, I was looking for a manga to read, and one of the recommendations was actually for this manga. And it you know, obviously on the YouTube video they were talking about what it's about and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then when the anime comes out and I watched the first episode, I kind of forgot what it was, and then I was like, oh yeah, I remember now, because at the end of the first episode, something happens, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember. But yeah, it is it's cool. Animation's good, story's gonna be good. This is gonna be one of those animes that if you're looking for something emotional, then that's what this anime is. It's basically it's wonderful like priority type shit. So yeah, Steve, what'd you think of it without saying any spoilers?
It was real sad, bro. I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was a sad anime when I first saw it. Like I didn't watch a trailer or nothing else. Just like, oh, I'll watch this. Like, cause I opened the Crunchyroll app on my Roku stick, and it
Yeah,
was like the first thing that popped up. I was like,
nah, fuck
I
it.
was looking for something new to watch anyway. That shit was that whole was sad the whole time, bro. I was like, oh man, this
When
this ain't good, bro.
they give you the explanation on the
Getting too
beginning,
sad.
they give you like an explanation in the beginning, and it kind of like the first time watching it, it didn't hit me, but I think after you watch that again, maybe, or after we talk about it, when the podcast is over, I think you'll understand. I think you already do understand, by the way, but I don't know if you do or not. So, yeah, y'all can check that out. We'll talk about like the first 3 episodes or something like that. The first 2 episodes has dropped. I watched the first one, and that was pretty much it. After that, but yeah, let's move on to the Otaku Gems. This is a spot where we gonna recommend you, any type of gems that y'all might have missed or might have heard of that that we think is deemed worthy of checking out. It could be an anime, it could be a manga. We'll give you a brief summary of what it may be about and what we think about it. And yeah, we'll talk about that. Um, who wants to go first? I don't want to go first. I'll tell y'all, but
Just let Jojo go first, cause I'm not even sure what I'm gonna talk about.
all right,
Alright.
I'll go second.
Which one y'all want? Anime first or manga first? I got a couple.
Oh, you
for
got two?
each.
We could do two.
Go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Alright. Manga wise, uh there's one that just kind of came out like officially for like hard copies and stuff like that called Bucket List of the Dead.
Bucket list
Um
of the dead.
yeah.
Okay.
It's basically zombie apocalypse. Dude had like a dead end job, like you're working as an office dude, getting bitched at, all that bullshit. And then like he sees the zombie apocalypse. This man first of all is like, oh shit, I'm gonna go to work today. Bet, let's go. It's fucked up, but like, so then at some point he just writes like a bucket list of things he wants to do before dying, and it kind of gets outrageous and crazy. He just started doing some wild shit. So that's cool.
Is that the manga?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a pretty solid one. I like it. So it just came out with like hard copies too, so like English translation, all that stuff's good. So
True.
anime. I don't know if y'all should be watching it during COVID, but like,
Jeez,
welcome to the NHK.
I knew it.
Really
I
good.
had, for some reason, once you said that, I had a feeling. I was like, is he gonna go where I think he's gonna go?
Yes, I will recommend this at any point I can. It will change your life, but probably not during COVID. Though probably a bad idea, but
It is one of those like animes. It's a downer. So you just gotta be you gotta be ready for that.
like, it's a Debbie Downer for sure. Like, it'll change your viewpoint for a lot of things though, for sure. It changed like how I felt about a lot of stuff because that man got it bad. Like,
Yeah. Explain on what it is pretty much about.
so basically about like this college dropout dude. He's like early 20s. Kind of becomes a NEET because of social anxiety, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever.
pretty much what that is like a shut-in, somebody who stays inside.
Yeah.
Pretty much like COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, but without working. So like his parents is like funding his apartment and stuff like that, and and my boy's like depressed. He's down bad. Basically about him trying to like bring himself up out of that dark space and try to be a normal person. And
Yeah.
I quote normal
No,
person, but
no,
like
yeah, yeah.
he tries to be as normal as possible,
It
and
is. It is a very heavy
it's very
anime
dark.
too. Yeah, but it's good.
Like
I do remember
yeah,
watching it.
yeah.
Not too long
Like
ago.
every time he kind of takes a step forward, he ends up like just falling on his ass every time, and it's rough.
Yeah, that was a good. I had that in my mind too. Um, yeah, those are actually two great picks. I think one of my manga uh picks I'm definitely gonna pick, and this is why I said I was gonna wait because I was gonna cheat. Um, because I have said this one before, but I said fuck it. Just go ahead and read Tokyo Revengers, bro. Go ahead and read that. It's a good time, bro. It's a good time. And you know why? Because if you guys like Erased, you'll definitely like this story. All I can say is it is like a race with Tokyo gangs, and that's pretty much like the gist of it. Um, so if you guys don't know what a race is, what it pretty much is like a time traveling save X person um for reasons and change the past, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like it's a mystery drama. So there's not like actually there's action in it, but it's not like too it's nothing like too crazy. There's some heavy hitting scenes and themes that they do talk about in Tokyo Revengers that I think are they're pretty cool. But I honestly just watch it for the fucking Tokyo gang type shit and the time traveling shit, cause it reminded me of Erase so much, and I loved Erase, but I didn't like the ending. So hopefully I like the ending of this manga. I am like 100 chapters behind or something like that.
Oh yeah, by the way, Chaos, in regards to that,
What?
there's volume 5, which changes the ending for Erase. I'm gonna need you to read up on that.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a completely different ending.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just I just didn't like that ending because it was just like, hey,
Yeah, like
hey.
it was basically like they didn't want to wait for like the manga to
The
end,
real
so they
manga.
just wrote their own original quick ending.
Yeah, I think for an anime recommendation, since you did one, I might as well, and I also cheated. Anime recommendation. Hmm. Hmm. That's hard. I'm over here looking at all my
Yeah,
shit
I've
because
been looking at shit too.
honestly, I've only really watched well, we talked about this one.
Hmm.
Uh Rising of Shield Hero. I think that one's old enough. I could throw that one in. Rising of Shield Hero we watched. I enjoyed the first season. Second season's supposed to come out maybe this year at the end of the year or something like that. It's supposed to be really soon actually now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's if I remember it is a isekai. Um and it kind of like it does a lot of things different than what um older isekais did, and it kind of plays around with the genre. I feel like, and it uses the cliche. What is it? A cliche? No,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the word. Maybe it is the word.
Cliche is the word.
Yeah, yeah. It uses a lot of shit that stereotypes. There we go. That the stereotypical isekai animes do, and it changes a lot of that stuff. Especially just from like the first like 2 episodes. So once you watch that, it is a bit more mature on the mature side for sure because of what ends up happening or not happening, and it is talked about. But after that, it is actually I feel like it does the level up system is pretty reasonable and is understandable, I guess. Easy thing to say, but it's a 25 episodes. It's pretty good watch. The dubs is actually good. That's the one I watched it on. But Steve, what do you got?
Uh, I think the anime I'm gonna go with is Yutori no Shida. I brought this up before when it was getting a lot of hype because of that one video that dropped of the guys fighting. And the season 3 is actually accessible, but not on not on your typical sites. You know what you gotta do to find it. But season 3 is actually accessible, so
You saying they
Yeah.
gotta play Sea of Thieves?
see it. But
Something like that.
but yeah. But yeah. Toru no Shida, what is it about? It's basically this college student, which is actually interesting because most shonens don't
They don't deal with
actually
college.
base off a college student. But yeah, so basically a college student realizes like, yo, well, he always knew, but he didn't know how weird the shit was until like the first episode where he gets attacked by fucking zombies.
Oh wait, what?
And yeah,
You never
yeah,
told
he
me.
gets attacked by zombies, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And basically, he has to find out like typical shonen shit, like his granddad is mad OP, and he's like, I wouldn't say the chosen one, but like
He's weak right now.
basically,
Okay.
he's basically like super strong and like all that type of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a
Actually,
typical shonen, but it's pretty
actually,
good.
mid meaning to check that shit out because you mentioned it and I seen the clip.
Yeah. Yeah, the first season is kind of slow, but like the second season gets really good and the action gets crazy. And the third season, I don't know where they got that money from, bro. I don't know who they hired, what director it was, but they need to. I don't know, man. That studio need to work on a lot more stuff, bro. 'Cause that shit is OD.
I definitely want to check that out. So yeah.
Yeah. Just know it's kind of a slower grind to it if you do check it out. But yeah,
Alright, then
that show is
I
good.
won't.
I don't really have a manga. I don't be reading shit, bro.
Okay, good.
Besides One Piece and Attack on Titan, but now that's over.
I like how you choose like
So
I like
that's
how you
all
choose
I don't read now.
some of the worst shit to read.
What do you mean?
Like lengthwise, like you just get like One Piece. I don't read much, but I just read this one because I dedicate my life to it.
Because I have to get into it, bro.
Because you dedicate your life to it. That's
So-
why I'm saying.
I didn't dedicate my life
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. When did you start reading?
reading One
When you
Piece.
were a little boy and at 2 years old.
No.
They gave you. They
I
gave you.
started watching One Piece when I was in like high school.
They gave you a manga. Say here. He said, "What's this?" It's One
At
Piece.
the right page.
It's One Piece, son. And that's where the journey began for Steve. That's why his name is Steve in the universe, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Because he'd be searching the universe for One Piece.
This guy.
All right. Let's move it along. We got a lot of shit to talk about. What do we want? What do we actually want to start off first for the anime review? I'll let y'all decide.
I
think-
we can do My Hero first if you want.
How many episodes are we talking about, My Hero? 4?
We can
Sure,
talk
that's
about all 4. Just knock it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck. Well, let's knock out.
You know,
Let's knock out Tokyo Revengers first, since it's only 2 episodes. Pretty
No.
much easy. And I'll get the slander out the way. Let's talk about Tokyo Revengers. This is a new anime, not a new season like My Hero. So a lot of people have been coming to this with fresh set of what do you want to call it? Eyes, ears. Yeah, so they're gonna be. This is so hard because it's like, man, I'm a manga reader who has read Tokyo Revengers and I'm far than the anime. And I think I'm like probably like season, if they were to be seasons, in season 3 or something like that. but to give y'all a summary of what the first episode's about, um, actually, I don't want to. Actually, I'm like Jojo now. I'm like, I don't know, remember, and I don't want to spoil anything. Steve, do you remember?
I can talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
let you see. I don't want to say nothing.
So basically, the show follows a shut-in, like most animes do.
Yeah.
A shut-in, and he's watching the news, and he finds out that one of his old classmates and one of their family members dies. And
One of
well,
his old girlfriend.
yeah, his old girlfriend or whatever. And he was like, "Damn, bro, that's tough." He go to the train station, gets ran over, just like that.
There's
Actually, he gets pushed
he gets
onto the train
pushed.
track
And
by
where I'm at,
by some douchebag. Who knows who he is?
I don't think I've ever found out one who pushed him, and I don't even think he questions it either.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, he hasn't questioned it so far in the show, but
Interesting.
maybe he will. Who knows? But gets pushed on the train tracks. Yeah, I mean, safe to assume he dies, but
Yeah.
he gets sent back in time to when he was in middle school, when he was dating the girl that died, and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And
Oh yeah, I remember.
the story carries on from there. He's in a gang and shit. He's got some homeboys. They get in a fight, all that stuff. They get their ass whooped. And he's basically like, "Bro, no wonder I left this shit, bro."
Yeah, he just starts to. I remember now. He starts to remember like he was a bitch. He was a punk back in the day, and I think he sees a young kid later on. I think it's the same episode. He sees a young kid kind of getting
Yeah.
bullied, getting punked on by some older dudes, and he just runs up on him, starts throwing throwing hands. But I think he ends up, if I'm correct, he gets beat up again, right on that point. But they end up leaving the kid alone, and they like walk away.
No, he didn't get beat up. He just punched one, and like all of
They
them
all ran.
No, he broke a glass bottle.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Broke,
'Cause, yeah. And the music. I felt like the music was off at least in that episode, because it was like he's about to kill motherfucker, and then they just ran away. I was like, oh, that's funny, because obviously I knew it was gonna happen. They run away. He kind of tells the kid, like, just stand up for yourself. And the cowards would, they usually would run away. So something like along those lines of like, just stand up for yourself and stuff like that. And this is where Steve takes over, because I don't know if I'm about to spoil something. What ends up happening?
So basically, he basically introduces himself to the kid, and he realizes that that's his girlfriend's brother.
Yeah, I don't remember if that.
I don't know how you did. I don't know how you don't know your girlfriend's brother. I don't know.
Hey.
Maybe middle school, it was a different time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he I think he knew of his brother. It's been like, you gotta remember, it's been like years since he's seen either people, his girl that was like in middle school, and the kid. So I give him some slack, because he doesn't know by the way, he doesn't like know the older, like his ex of middle school girl, in I guess the present, and he doesn't know the the brother either.
Yeah, they haven't seen each other in years and shit.
Yeah, so he finds that out, and then actually should bring
they introduce each other and they shake hands, and then he ends up going back to the future. Oh no! He starts getting emotional, talking about, "Yo, bro,
like I died.
This shit is weird." He's like, "So just in case I'm not fucking dreaming, bro." He tells the little brother that, like, "Yo, you die on July 4th, 12 years in the future,
and your sister dies,
and your sister died too."
I think the funny thing is, I think the kid, he must have been like 9 or 10. They don't really know, but like, imagine like a 9 or 10-year-old just getting told that, and oh my god, what the fuck. I laughed at this part, like, when I was reading it, because I was like, oh, they just get into the shit. It's not like, oh, I think I'm dreaming, I'm not gonna tell the character or whatever.
He was like, no, just in case, bro. It's like, all right.
What do you think, Jojo?
I liked it. It seems interesting so far.
It is interesting, Jojo.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It is, okay? You don't gotta fucking guess.
What? Like we ain't at the free episode mark yet, so
You're
I
right.
gotta be
You're
cautiously optimistic.
you actually are right. I'll give you that. Damn.
Gotta be cautiously optimistic here. That's
Uh,
okay though.
I think. Oh yeah. Then he goes back into the present,
Yeah.
and this is where she kind of like starts getting there's
Let's
almost like a reveal isk thing.
Yeah, I do have one thing about that too,
Go
but that's like a little later down. Well, this is like episode two. Episode two, they sort of talk about like his power or whatever,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
got questions.
I do too.
Okay. Y'all want to ask?
Like,
By the way,
Let's try and continue.
Yeah, let's continue because we want to
So,
explain
like,
what's happening.
Episode 2, he comes back to the future, and this dude just pull up on him. I can't even remember, but
Yeah.
a police
he pulls
officer
up.
pulls up on him, and no, he's at the
in a
train station again.
He's in a
where
hospital, I believe, right?
Yeah, he actually is in the hospital.
Yeah.
And like, guy pulls up on him. He's like, "Yo, I'm the little kid you was talking to 12 years ago. My sister's still dead. We got work to do, pretty much." And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? That shit worked or whatever." And basically, the kid's a detective now, or a police officer, and he's trying to figure this shit out, like the gang shit,
The
what really
people-
happened with his sister's death. He's been looking into, or he's been theorizing about his powers and shit. And he said, I think this is where me and Jojo got confused. He said something like, since you told me about your powers or whatever, and we made contact in the past, he's like, I guess I'm part of your powers now, so you can go back to the past by shaking hands.
Yeah.
I was like, how do
And
What?
like, how you figure all that out by like, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of stretching going on.
Yeah, it was like, how did you know he? If you're a kid, well,
There's some
after you shook hands, how did you know he went back to the future?
there's some explanations. I will
Well,
say
actually, he did tell him that he went back to the future after they shook hands. But like, how did he theorize that he was a
that
part
was
of his
it?
powers? Because of, I don't know.
No, there that's understandable because I was the same way. I just took it for what it was, but there's some explanation of like how like how he acts like when he's not in the past, obviously, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like let's say if my future self embodies me or whatever, I would definitely act different because I know certain things and I know certain people, you know what I mean? Like like for instance, when he goes back to meet his girlfriend in episode 2, I think like his first reaction is like he starts crying. Like that's not a reaction that his middle school self probably would have done, you know what I mean? He said
No, I'm talking about the kid.
yeah, oh yeah, I know. That I'm saying like that's the only like hint that anybody could probably think of, like, oh yeah, you're acting weird. I think you're not your normal self. You're probably blah blah. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid as the whole kid figuring out that he's part of the power. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At that point, I was just like, whatever. I'll just I'll let it slide.
I guess we gotta get back to the past somehow. I thought he was gonna shoot him because I thought the trigger was him dying.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what I thought. I thought he
I
was
thought-
like, all right.
I'm not
I
gonna-
thought
yeah.
at like
Like
the
a near
midpoint
death
of the
or
second
something?
episode. Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
so
he was
too.
like, all right.
Like a ReZero type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That made a
remember.
bit more sense.
I was about to pull the strap out and just shoot him in the head. I was like, oh, this
that
all
would-
about to be
not
lit.
go- not gonna-
that
that
shit would have
sh-
been lit.
That shit would have been crazy because then you'd be like, what the? Why he shoot him? And then he could just come back. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But it's like one of those things you don't tell him.
it's just a bit weird, but I'm gonna let it vibe.
Hey, just let it slide, bro. Just let it slide.
I'm gonna give it a few episodes slide.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can let it slide now because we assume that the
That's gonna
original cause of him going back because it was a near death experience, but it could also be the guy he came into contact, pushed him or whatever. So we don't really know for sure, but it's still interesting though. I fuck with it. Second episode, he gets beat up. He get beat up some more, and he's got to look for gang members.
This
He's got to look up the gang member or the founding gang members of the gang that got his girlfriend killed.
yeah, this
So
was like
basically,
kind
that's
of
the plot
changed.
for so far.
This kind of was changed up a little bit because like when he goes back, he does get beat up and all that stuff. But I actually don't remember if they like moved stuff around. It was still actually pretty good in the second episode. From when I watched it and stuff like that. The thing is, I before we I told the guys, I think I've said this in past episodes. I was like, when this anime comes out, I'm just warning this character, the main character. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's not the cool main character that you're probably gonna like. It's more so what's going around him and the shit that he has to go through. He's definitely a crybaby. He will cry. Like he's already cried like 4 times maybe in these 2 episodes. There's a lot more of that's gonna be happening, and he gets beat up a lot. He gets beat up a lot. He's not the strongest fucking character in the gang, and they do use that against him and shit like that. But after he gets beat up, like what Steve was saying, he kind of just cries and be like, "Damn, bro, I don't know if I could do this, bro." And he kind of remembers like his mission. He's like, "Damn, I gotta." I gotta actually save her. I don't know if this is possible. So he goes to her house and meets his girl of the
No,
past.
he was about to. He went to her house to try and quit.
To say
'Cause
goodbye.
He was ready to. Yeah, no, he was ready to quit because he was looking for her brother.
Oh
He was like, "Yo,
yeah.
where that dude at? I'm trying to get out of here, bro. They not about to jump me no more."
Yeah. Now he's like, "Fuck this shit, bro," and he runs over there. He's, "Oh yeah, where's your brother?" or something like that. Huh? But yeah, I think that's crazy. He ends yeah. I remember that in the manga, she pretty much tells him like she's gonna protect him or something like that, and then he starts crying.
Yeah.
I think he cries. I don't know if he cries here, but
He actually didn't cry there.
he didn't. Yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah. I know he cries the first time he sees her.
He's a little teary eyed though.
He ain't cry like he was the first episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where
I'll protect you, okay?
yeah, he remembers like the present and like, oh yeah, she's dead, and like he starts crying. He's like, nah, I gotta save you, type shit. And pretty much what ends up happening towards the end of this episode, which this is honestly these characters that they get introduced here. This is why the gang is starting to creep in, and stuff like that. They're at the school, and he meets his past friends, his group of friends that he knew, which is they're just a couple of dudes who fucking are some nerds and stuff like that. And I forgot what ends up happening here. This is like one of the things I think I did change. They're at a park. It just all of a sudden they're at a park, and the friend is about. I think it's a friend about to fight somebody.
Yeah.
And he shows up there, and he's in the crowd, and I think he ends up talking shit to the bigger dude, and he pisses him off.
The gang. He basically challenged him because he didn't want his other friend to get beat up because he don't know how to fight.
Yeah, and I think this is gonna be the next episode, right, where he fights him. Okay, good.
Yeah, he probably gonna get beat up. Yeah, it's the next episode.
Yeah. So that's good because in the third episode, it should have like a longer fight scene and stuff like that I think is gonna happen. Oh wow, they didn't introduce okay, so maybe that wasn't what happened. Okay, never mind.
So we got some changes. I'm gonna have to read the manga.
No, nothing did change. Nothing did change, but remember what fucked me up was remember what fucked me up is that they dropped that edited version of like a supercut of trailers. Remember? Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no, Tony told me. Okay, so remember what happened? I was like, oh yeah, 2 episodes dropped on the first day. That's not what happened. Somebody super edited a the trailer, and I was like, dude, the editing on here is so weird. Remember when I said the second episode was like trash? Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't. So all it was, somebody fucking did a fan edit. I don't know why they did it, and it made it look like it skipped like Promised Neverland shit. I was like, bro, they're already almost done. What's going on? And I was like,
Hold on, wait a minute here. We're not supposed to get here for another season. Hold on here.
hold on. Yeah. So that's when it happened. So yeah, they're gonna. It looks like they're taking their time at least. From here, they're just changing. The only thing that was noticeable when it did come out, they changed the symbol of the gang, which is fine. I don't really care. And that's pretty much it. From everything else, the characters and stuff like that, they also announced a voice actor is gonna be voice acting a certain character. So that also means they're gonna be farther than what I expected. Um,
is it ongoing or is it just like 24 episodes or something?
I don't know. They didn't not they have not said the anime episodes yet. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's.
Because it looks like
I don't know.
it
Can it?
looks like it's not the most expensive budget.
That's another
So
thing.
so it could go on
It's
longer than you
ongoing,
would think.
bro. If it's ongoing, I'll be happy. I'll be alright because it's like they're already the manga's already so far ahead, and honestly, the manga feels like it's not. From what I've been told, I'm not caught up. The manga feels like it's never gonna end. um,
Jesus.
fucking yeah.
Y'all got one fucking mission. How hard is it? You
I
got
don't-
time travel, bro. Just save
some
them.
shit. Some shit. I kind of hope they go for like longer
We have
because
limited time travel. Let's be clear
if
here.
it's just like one season,
Just
I'd be
wait
like,
12
fuck.
years and save her, tell her not to go to the club that night or something.
Easy, Steve.
I mean, true.
Easier said than fucking done, bro.
Like,
You're about to be on a journey, okay? Just invest yourself. Invest yourself into this shit. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the animation. Honestly, as I was watching this, I was worried, about the trailers and stuff. But I was watching it. It didn't bother me.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
I was
just
like, oh, okay. It's just not because you know what it is. We've been fucking spoiled by Jujutsu, Attack on Titan, all these other Priority Egg, and now we're finally going back to like, it's decent. It's nothing too crazy. And honestly, this is like like I was always saying. I was like, this anime doesn't need a crazy animation. It needs to be on point with the story. That's why I was like, they skip anything, it better be like some stuff like that's not important. But yeah, they're doing a good job already from these 2 episodes. But fuck what I'm saying. Did y'all enjoy these 2 episodes of Sakura Avengers? What'd you think?
yeah, I liked it. It's interesting. Uh, like we said earlier, just they'll explain it how the time travel shit works.
Will
Well, hopefully they do, because it's still a little weird. Like we don't know if it comes from dying or shaking hands with fucking random people. I don't know, but hopefully we find out how that works. But the plot is still interesting though.
Steve,
It does remind me a lot of Erased, but
I'm telling you, it really did.
I'm gonna watch it all more than likely because it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all.
Thank God. Jojo, what'd you think?
it's cool so far.
Does it get the Jojo stamp of approval yet? Or you probably still need one more episode, honestly.
I still need a couple. I still need to see what's going on here. You know.
Did it hook you in at least? That's what I want to know. Because that's what the only thing that I was worried about in the anime. In the anime, they need to get like the first couple shit right, just to give you a summary of what the hell's going on.
Cool. Yeah. Like I'm not like turned off by it or nothing like that. So yeah.
I am interested to hear y'all thoughts and questions along the way as like more episodes come out, cause y'all talking about like the powers and stuff is funny as fuck to me. Cause I remember never reading it and like I didn't think nothing of it, but I just like kind of just like, oh, whatever. And like, yeah, you know, y'all might see something that I didn't see, which is like the part that's gonna be funny to me. Um, and also if they change anything, it's gonna be, I don't know. We're gonna see. Um, and yeah, that's been Tokyo Revengers. So far, I can recommend y'all actually watching the anime. But honestly, if y'all are slightly interested, I say go ahead and read it because the manga is like really good. From what I'm reading. Um, all right, let's move on to My Hero. My Hero season 5.
Jesus, who knows? I think it's
Also
fine.
5.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it's season 5.
yeah. My Hero season 5. We're gonna talk about shit like the three. Honestly, we're gonna talk about like 3 episodes because the first episode was just a training type shit. Kind of just reintroduce you to characters and whatnot. Not
Yeah.
no. How we're gonna do it is we're gonna just talk about like the main plot things of My Hero because honestly, season 2, episode 2 is what I like. What I like this. It made me realize why I like My Hero on some episodes and why like I hate it. I honestly hate the academia stuff of My Hero, like when they kind of focus a little bit too much on the school stuff and like and all that shit. Um, I could watch it, but it's not what I'm here for. I want to see more of the world and stuff like that. And in episode 2, there's a big explanation of One for All and All for One, because Deku pretty much has a vision of All for One and One for All, pretty much. Um, I don't know who's the villain. Is it One for? It's All for One is the villain, right? All for One. He has
All for one person has all the power. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's how I'm gonna remember it. So yeah, he has a vision. He sees the past. One for all. Uh, because this power has been passed down, not just um, by him, but there has been other people before him, and he looks down the line, and he sees the other people, which I believe there are like 8. He's like the ninth one, or it's 7 and he's the 8th one. It's one of those two. But anyways, he sees the other past people, kind of like the Avatar state exactly, where he looks down the line and he sees a couple of people. And from there on, he also sees one All for One, and he's talking to a person, and he mentions that it's his little brother. And from this point on, Deku realizes his little brother is the first person to have One for All. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's One for All. So he's kind of explaining to All for One. He's talking to his brother and pretty much saying that his brother was born without power, and how he's, the reason why he's doing what he's doing for like being evil and all that shit. And once it kind of, to me, obviously we're gonna get like the explanation down the line, um but to me it just kind of shows that where his powers are coming from and whatnot from episode 2. And I think that was pretty much the gist of episode 2, right? Which is pretty much it.
Uh,
Vision.
mm,
Oh, and endeavors to
yeah, I was
side
gonna
of
say the Endeavor stuff.
Endeavor
Yeah.
and Hawk. 'Cause that's also a big thing. Hawk. Um, I forgot who was talking to him. I think it was like the agency of heroes or something like that. They pretty
Mm-hmm.
much tell him that he's gonna be a double agent. He's gonna try to get into the League of Villains, I believe. And pretty much get into there and get info, because I don't know why. The reason why they would think he would be more easy to get in, I think it's just because like he don't really care for this media shit or something like that. I don't really remember the reason, but he's a double agent. That's the most important part. that he has to play. Um, he talks to Endeavor, and they're talking about like what happened last season. At the end of last season, Endeavor is still a little bit banged up. They talked about how the media is portraying Endeavor, and how that and pretty much, he's like the new hero that everyone's gonna be looking up to. And while this is all going on, Endeavor is still remembering. How do I forget his name? What's Mandora? No, it's not Mandora.
Shoto?
No, not Shoto. The person who had the power before. Fucking skinny dude. Fucking
All
my.
Might?
There we go. Thank you. Hey, it's been a minute, okay? So yeah, he remembers like the conversation that he had with All Might, and he just like kind of like remembers what he told him about what he's fighting for and all that stuff. And it's kind of like he's in this while he's visiting his kids and shit, and the his daughter is like the only one that's happy that they're actually trying to be a family. But Shoto's brother, I think his name's Natsuo. He's kind of just pissed. He walks out the room. Fuck all this shit. And the daughter's like, oh, come on. Shoto just there chilling, eating still. He's like, damn,
Being petty.
yeah, because Shoto already had, he already, from what we remember, he already had his talk with his dad, and kind of like, yeah, you ain't shit. I ain't doing this for you type shit. From last season. And Endeavor,
Not all talk about but yeah, that too.
When he said that's
yeah,
a nasty start.
I'm like,
yeah,
ooh, petty for no reason. Well, actually, he got a reason, but
yeah.
petty
I
alone.
mean, because he got a scar, too. That's why he said that shit. So yeah, fucking Endeavor's kind of like in this mood because as he walks out, he kind of goes over there. He's remembering. He has to set the path that he wants to set. Because he is the person that everyone's gonna be looking up to, and all that stuff. And that's why I was like, all right, episode 2, it did a lot of things for like Endeavor, Deku, Hawk. So all that stuff that they're setting up in episode 2 was good. Now Steve, can you do episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3 is
If it was important.
it's just sets up what's gonna be the next couple episodes or like a mini arc. Well,
Oh yeah.
like this, I'm pretty sure this is what the first half of the season is gonna be about, and it's basically not a tournament, but like an exercise thing between Hero Class 1A and Class 1B, and
Yeah, from what we got
I
in
guess-
the trailer.
yeah, pretty much. And oh yeah, I think the beginning is like more one for all stuff. Or was that all the one for all stuff? I can't remember. Maybe it was just a little recap, but did you see the part where the original one for all was like you're only at 20%, so I can't tell you all the
Yeah,
I can't show you everything.
that was
I
in
think that
episode
was
2.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
But,
setting up that storyline.
Yeah. But pretty much Class 1A, Class 1B. Oh yeah, he talks to All Might about the dream he had. All Might was like, "Yo, I ain't." Yeah, I had the dream, but I ain't see all the bullshit you saw. Cause he said he saw the original one for alls. He saw All Might at the end because he was like glowing yellow or some shit,
Oh
and he saw
yeah,
shady figures that he didn't recognize.
and he
He was
didn't
like,
know.
"Oh, I don't remember all that shit."
So he said, "Wait, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did see episode 3 because I do remember like the vision, and then he talks to like All Might about like the past person who his apprentice was or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, because the lady that was right next to Deku was All Might's master or teacher or whatever. But yeah, that shit happens. Then pretty much it's Class 1A, Class 1B, and the purple haired dude, Shinso.
Yes.
in general. He was in general studies. He's like, yo, I'm gonna join the hero course. Fuck all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I know my brainwashing technique is like a villain thing, but y'all gonna get over that shit.
Oh,
Uh,
I was like half asleep when I was watching this, and I remember like I was like, yo, isn't that dude that that was
Yeah,
a
he
villain?
fought him in the like the first tournament. Was it the first tournament arc?
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think it was like the very first one.
There's so many tournaments.
It was semifinals here. What?
Yeah.
What? Call it?
Yeah, he fought him then, and apparently he's been in the lab with what's my man's?
Aizawa.
Yeah, he's been in the lab with Aizawa, and
Sir,
he's been getting right, bro.
I played the game.
One of the greatest anime teachers. Again, we have so many good like. There's got to be a list. I want a list of one of these days a tier list of
I feel
best
like we
anime
did that before.
teachers.
Yeah, we did one. We can do another one.
I'm sure we did that because it was
Was
Rayleigh,
Jiraiya and shit?
Jiraiya, Kakashi,
Yeah, Roshi.
Roshi, all of them. I feel like we've done that. I don't know if we've done it on here or on a stream.
Yeah,
But we
Probably
did-
not.
now that
Yeah.
you said that, it does sound similar. Does sound
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, we haven't done that shit before. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was pretty much it. They broke down the rules for the little saga they
The little tournament shit.
Yeah. And I think end of this episode is the electric dude, I forget his name, Kaminari or Kiminari or something like that. Frog Girl, Shinso, Kirishima, and the dude that can talk to animals. They all one team. And they versus the plant girl and the some other people on Class B.
Yeah, Apocalypse Beast and
Apaka Beast, the air dude, I forgot his name. It's
So,
too
like,
it's so many
the-
characters in My Hero, bro. Like it's
well,
It-
like, we
it
get,
really
like, no
is.
screen time
You
for
yeah.
Class B, so it's kind of hard to remember everybody.
Yeah, like they introduced Class A. It's like what 12, 15 students in that class. You're like, all right, like, if that's what we're gonna introduce. That's all I need to know. And then it's the Class B. Then it's general studies, and then it's the girl that can invent stuff. It's like, all right, bro. It's mad character.
It is so much worse for me because I'm just bad with anime names. I don't really be
Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah, I don't remember anime names for real, but I remember Kirishima and I think his name is Kaminari because Kirishima had his moment last season with Fat Gum, and that shit was lit.
Yeah.
Like the Red Riot and all that. Like if they have a big moment, they're like, okay, yeah.
And I don't think Kaminari had his moment, but I just remember he's the electric dude. So electricity is like one of my favorite powers. If you got electricity, I'm more than likely gonna remember.
You gotta go fast.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much episode 3.
That
right?
was episode 3. And episode 4 continues their battle and
I think episode 4 wasn't like crazy plot if I
yeah, it wasn't crazy plot. It was just like that first battle being done. Like wrapping up.
I seen an image of episode 4 on Twitter of it was like the green lady chick with hair or vines.
Oh
whatever the
yeah,
fuck.
I forgot her name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
her vine power.
Yeah, she I think she had a moment. Oh, cause Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, from like what we know, Steve, all the spoilers and stuff. As I'm watching like My Hero, I'm like, damn, bro, like, when's
I wish I didn't know some stuff because like the Hawk stuff that happened season or episode 2. I was like, too bad I already knew that. I would have been
is that
surprised when he
one,
walked up.
is that one of the parts you knew?
Yeah, because I remember seeing him talking to Dobby about the
And you're like,
the
oh
normal-
fuck.
I was like, damn, I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's some other stuff, but
Yeah, I know.
it's still cool to watch because episode 4 was cool. Shinso is OP.
To be honest with you, the spoilers and like the anime makes me want to read it because like, damn, all that lit shit that I've been spoiled on. It's like, damn, might as well fucking read it now. Fuck y'all. You'll keep spoiling it for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I don't want to be spoiled anymore, bro. It's like the good stuff that I'm hearing. It's like it might not have the same feeling like when it drops. Like
I mean,
some shows that I've been spoiled on before, like it still like captures the same feeling. Like Naruto, for example. I knew Jiraiya was gonna die, but it was still sad as shit.
I was about to watch that, bro. What the fuck?
This guy,
No, fuck Jiraiya.
and One Piece, and all that
What?
shit. Fuck Jiraiya, you tripping?
oh, you gotta leave. You gotta get out the pod.
I laughed when he died because that's what you get, stupid ass.
This guy, all right.
Pod over.
Everyone hearing it right now is fucking lost. Yeah, nothing really happened in the episode. I just came through it. The fourth episode.
Yeah, it's just Class A1.
We already know what this season's gonna be
Spoilers.
pretty much about. You know, spoilers. You
Class A wins again. Ooh.
know. And if they lose, then nothing really is gonna happen until it happens. You know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take my time while I'm watching this shit. Because there's other anime that's out that do interest me, like to Your Eternity. There's also, I do want to watch the one that you mentioned, 86. Megalobox is out, so there is some stuff that did catch my eye, and there are some stuff that's still coming out that I might watch. Movies, you know, I think next week, I should have said this before in the beginning of the pod. I think next week we'll talk about Demon Slayer the movie. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that. Would be one of our big reviews. But Jojo, what'd you think about these first 4 episodes of My Hero?
First episode, Yarn. They do that every season, but whatever.
Have fun. Hey, shout out to my boy Mirio in the first episode. Acting like a fool, bro.
This man really did. Like he got rescued. He saw them a little busy. Oh, I'm drowning. Help!
And they were like, he's doing this on purpose. Yep.
That shit was funny. I give it that. It's funny.
Oh no. Bless you.
But yeah, we're getting into it. It'll be interesting seeing these sort of like team fights and how people change.
Are you
and
dying over
whatnot.
there? Jojo, is it hot over there?
Oh no, I'm alright.
Okay. Just remember.
I know people say like the team fight stuff can get tired because this is like their third time doing something like this.
They're always fucking training, bro. That's the only thing that I'd be mad about now.
It's still like somewhat enjoyable if you're not like if you're I don't know if you're just casually watching it like when you know that you're like yo they're gonna do some team fight bullshit. It's not that bad.
You know what? You know what
I feel
saves?
I feel like I enjoyed the 4th episode.
I do, yeah.
I wasn't really bored. Like I don't know.
I
want like the villains and shit to pull up my bed. I
No,
want the
no,
villains
good.
to pull up and shit, but like when I know it's just like, all right, we're gonna chill for a minute, then we're gonna let it pop off. It's not that bad to me.
You know what? I would just because I was thinking, I know what those people that spoil the manga people are doing. All right, they're actually saving me from keep watching the anime, because if I didn't know what I know, I think I would have been more inclined to drop it, only because right now it's like almost like a rinse and repeat type thing. But from what I know, there's some changing shit. I'm like, bro, I don't know how they're gonna if they do
Like,
that.
bro, they're
you
just
know?
gonna be in a tournament every fucking yeah. I know what you're saying.
Because there's some things that I've gotten spoiled on. There's like, damn, that's like almost game changing and almost like just sets a different tone to an anime that has most of the part has always been like happy and not there's no real like consequences
Like when your back's against the wall, what's gonna happen?
yeah,
How do the characters respond?
there's no consequences. I feel like in My Hero, and it sucks even more too when there's a tournament, because then it also, the consequences in a tournament is like, what, you fucking failed the test, that's it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
you still gotta go to school the next day.
Exactly. So that's why the whole league stuff, League of Villains last season, was cool, and like the Endeavor fight was fucking crazy. Also, I'm super mad, like that. What's his name? You remember the guy with the blade? Like I think in the second season. Or
Stain?
yeah, he was so cool. His design was so fucking cool looking, and they just like shoved him away. He's like, yeah, he's in jail or something now. I was, damn, he looked really cool. He was only for there 2 episodes. I wish he was like the villain for the season. And so like, yeah, there's some stuff like that where it's like, knowing that
He changed the game up though. He inspired the youth.
he did that. I'm like, yo, Stain. He's like the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's My Hero is interesting from what we've been hearing, and it will hopefully get into some of the most interesting things sooner than later. But yeah, for now we're just gonna stick with this little tournament shit. Any we can start wrapping up. Jojo, what are the last few things you want to say before we end it?
Thanks for supporting us, watching, listening, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all, and that's about it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate y'all from listening or watching. Once again, next week we'll talk about the Demon Slayer movie. We'll shit on it a little bit and praise it and whatnot. We'll see. Steve.
What's good, but the plot disappointing. You know the vibes.
Steve, go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, shout out to everybody for watching, listening, all that good stuff. Read One Piece. Hunter's never finishing. I don't know. We're out of here, man.